Everybody was pretty disturbed. But I took every opportunity I had in that class to just do the dumbest, most ridiculous things for all my projects because it was a After Effects class, uh, essentially animation, and I had a blast in the class. I loved the professor and I loved learning After Effects. But yeah, he didn't have any restrictions on what we could do, so I don't know why I used that class as a springboard for just like the dumbest ideas to animate, but no, I left a lasting impression on everyone in that class.
Um, well, I really do. I really do like the number one plumber for all your number twos, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get to use it or not. But
You will when you don't have your parents in your company.
I don't.
They'd shut that down. They wouldn't. They wouldn't say, "Oh, that's a great one." They don't.
You think your
No,
mom
they-
would say that on the phone? Like, thank you for choosing the number one
Beeford
team for
Mechanical,
number two.
the number one plumber for number
you'd
twos.
be totally serious about it on the phone. Oh, it'd be so good.
There'd be so many people that would see that, laugh, take photos. It would go over social media, and then they would end up calling you to service.
Absolutely.
You'd
like,
get
sure there's
nationally
portion of-
recognized.
honestly, because there's a portion of population that's like would totally think that's so unprofessional, but they're like that's mostly the old people, and like they're gone anyways. So
Yeah. I also don't think old people would be clever enough to really read a slogan. They would just be like, yeah, whatever, plumber. They would think you were being serious. They wouldn't think it was a cleverly
Clearly all being
disguised joke. But
there's definitely truth to it.
places like Uranus, Missouri exist solely to propagate those, innuendos. So I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Flipping Arkansas.
Yep.
Not as good. Not as good as your anus.
Now, what was the one I saw driving to Lake of the Ozarks last weekend? I can't remember. It was something like flipping though. I won't remember it because it was that dumb, but they sold t-shirts. I knew that much. But I think I'm finally ready for you guys. Sorry for the delay. But I usually have that time beforehand.
How is grandma doing?
She's doing good. I think she still has some moments here and there, but yeah, I don't know. I was at her place. I had to drop off furniture that I picked up from the lake house for her backyard or whatever. So I loaded it up in my van and dropped it off to her and mowed her lawn, and then I realized that today was his birthday. So yesterday I don't know, late in the day when I did all that for her, I was like, do you want to do something? Do you not want to do something? And she was like, yeah. So we went and got Italian food, and they forgot my order and gave it to someone else, and we sat there for like 30 minutes longer than we needed to, because whoever they gave my order to, instead of saying, oh, this is the wrong meal, they just ate our meal and didn't tell the wait staff. So I mean,
McDonald's will do that every time. But
it didn't matter because I was just, we were just talking, but the guy came over and he's like, hey, I'm sorry, but I gave it to the wrong table, and they didn't tell me it wasn't their order. So it's like that guy over there ate your calzone with mushrooms, sausage, and pepperoni.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I just more was like, that's really weird on those people that they're just like, well, this is what we're getting. Like, this is not what we ordered, but we're not gonna say anything.
it's fine.
Yeah.
If it's like a side, I can see that, but like the whole meal, just be like, yeah, it looks
Yeah.
fine.
Well, I was also just more confused as to then what happened to their food. Did it just did they also
Yeah.
get that food and they just brought all of the food to the table and they're like, all right.
I'm not gonna say I've been the receiver of that one time, but maybe I was.
I mean, there's some instances, I guess, I don't know, it goes by, like I've had it happen where it's been the same order aside from one dish, and everybody who got what they ordered starts to eat, and then the waiter realizes that they delivered to the wrong table.
Fucked up.
Yeah. Um, but I've never had it to where they just brought you completely the wrong order, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I left the restaurant, maybe if it was like a Chipotle or something and I got a burrito and I got home and I realized, oh, this isn't what I ordered, I would still eat it because it's too late. But if I was in the restaurant, I'd be like, hey, maybe this is someone else's.
Hey, pal.
But,
We play D&D.
yeah.
What's
Jeez.
that?
Cool your jets.
You're playing D&D. You're playing D&D. We're all playing D&D.
I don't, why, are you just Oprah? I don't understand why you're referencing,
The Big Bang.
oh. Are
That's
they
not-
referencing Oprah?
That's
Yes, they have
Oprah.
to be.
That's a Dane Cook joke.
Who's Dane Cook?
Big Bang has just seeped into all of our conversations. It just,
Don't
It's
lie.
like Kyle Leeper all over again.
No.
I don't know who that is, but I don't need a story. We can move on. So,
How do you
Or
not
you
know the
start
story?
at the beginning of Kyle Lever.
I don't know. It doesn't matter though. He's not relevant to what we're doing. I don't think. Maybe he is, but whatever the case, we're moving on to the fun fact questions tonight. Yay! So, fun fact question tonight is, what emotions did you feel when you watched your friend Billy die?
Hmm.
Who wants to start?
Billy.
Billy's
Joni.
dead, but Joni could probably answer, I guess, if he wants.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what was going on.
Like-
You know, I see this little gnome who he seemed friendly with me. I wasn't quite sure what the affection was all about, and you know, all of a sudden we're getting attacked, and then everyone's talking. It's going crazy for a little bit. I have no idea what in the hell's about to happen. And next thing I know, we're next to this lake, and then we run back through the woods a couple times next to the lake again, and
Here you go.
you know, there he goes into this water, and he didn't come back out. So it seems real sad, yeah. But boy, I'm happy to get out of these woods.
All right.
Mostly just because I've never seen anything before outside of these woods.
And I'd like to hear an interpretation of what Joni actually sounds like the way I would hear him.
I like that. Yep.
Well, you can only hear him through me, so
I can tell you what he sounds like, and it's like a yapping dog. Imagine like yeah, not quite Donald Duck or Daffy Duck, but yeah, it's more like a really noisy corgi or something. Yeah, yeah.
It's not what did the fox say. Jeez.
Barks and yips and growls. But thank you, Kobe, and Kobe is going to be playing Joni tonight for a bit. So I haven't had the time to properly help Kobe develop all of his backstory with the next part, but we'll get you guys started on that soon. So let's go to Jared. How did Tyrell feel about Billy's death?
I thought it was a great send off for someone who was completely devoted to a cause. Like, thinking about what his last moments were probably, in his mind, beyond anything he could ever comprehend until that moment. And
Yeah.
feel good for him. You know, that's great. That's a great feeling to end on.
Yeah. So
And,
just to like also add, you were the only person to really pay any kind of respects to Billy as well, weren't you?
I did a little, like, anything I could think of. You know, I picked up the dirt
Yeah.
and blew it as I was, kind of symbolizing what it would be to have like a cremated soul to blow across the wind into the earth to be regrown into a new anything they want, you know, and that I thought that was enough tribute to be worthwhile for Billy's.
It would have put a tear into his eye had he been alive.
Can I ask what compelled you to pay your respects? I mean, you know, I know not everybody had a lot of love for the little gnome, but
Oh, even I definitely had my troubles with him, especially after the which I'm glad to know it was more of a supposedly a simulation than anything, but what felt very real in the time in the church scene. Um, had some very dark times, and seeing like what he was capable of was very terrifying. But he did seem to come back around more down to reality after that.
after the lightning strike, the passing of his trial.
Yeah, that may have been a good part of it. Yeah.
So you're a believer in electroshock therapy then?
Yeah.
Okay. Cameron, how does Ranger Steve feel about Billy's death? Did he even give it a second thought, or?
Well, kind of the same along the line as Tyrell. You know, I kind of assumed once this guy kind of approached and said that he was for Helm, it was just going to be a big dick contest in Billy's mind. And so I knew he was going to do everything to really step his game up. And so it didn't. As soon as we all kind of knew what Karen was going to do, I knew he was going to be along for the ride. So I kind of expected it. It's something I knew he always wanted. So in my culture, we celebrate in a different way. So we just get super trashed and we sing lots of songs about our lost friends and companions. So that
Well,
might be the next time we step into
a tavern, and there's gonna
into
be a
a pub.
toast. I gotcha. All right. Okay.
Yep.
That's good to hear. I like it. I like it. And then finally, Josh. How about Tug? What I know, Tug and Billy especially had some, you know.
Oh, they were best friends.
But yes, Tug. How did you feel about Billy's death? Was it a?
You know how you kind of like swat a fly, you don't even think twice about it.
Good God.
That's kind of how Tug was feeling.
Are you afraid then that the rest of the company, your party, your friends would feel the same if you were to perish? Like that they wouldn't even give you a second thought? Would that affect you at all? Would that maybe hurt your feelings, even though you'd be dead at that point? I mean, all I'm asking is seeing the way that Billy went out and, you know, the somewhat lack thereof of paying respects. And I'm not saying, you know, obviously different cultures, and you haven't had your opportunity to grieve yet, but I want to know in the mind of you, if you were to pass, if that would be, you know, something you would be sad about if nobody paid you any mind.
I mean, I made the decision to bring Billy back. So I mean, I don't 100. He annoyed me. I think he knew exactly what to do to annoy me. But I'm gonna miss his songs. I'm gonna miss his ballads. But I'm not gonna miss his unpredictability. And honestly, just to answer your question, I don't really feel like this group works very well with each other. So I don't really expect many of them to miss me. One of them hates me and my people. The other one doesn't really even. I'm not sure what he thinks of me. I'm not sure what he thinks of anything, to be honest.
Are you sure he thinks it all? Yeah.
Are you guys talking about Joni?
And then Tyrell, I think he spends more time contemplating. I don't even know what I don't even know what I'm contemplating. I feel
Taking
like
his next step.
Oh, I will say on Billy Banger's character sheet, he did have a note. It said, "Wait for the opportune time to stab Tug in the back," because because it was specifically because he lied about Tony.
Well, Tug maybe made it out lucky. He didn't get betrayed. Didn't get regicide. But yeah, without any more fun facts, unless you guys have any questions for me and the surrounding universe, you can ask those questions now. Otherwise, we will get started and pick up where we left off last time.
Yeah, Tyrell would like to know if there's a calendar system, what's the name of it, and what year are we in, and what year did we first depart?
Yeah, so the calendar is a interesting thing in Polydaria. The crystal sphere itself has what is like the equivalent to a clock, and there are 10 sort of spots or seasons on the clock, and they correspond with, gods, and not just the gods, but obviously the seasons, the times of the year. So it sort of cycles through every year, just like the Chinese calendar, year of the dragon, year of the, so on and so forth. But that's the calendar. So right now, I would say that you guys were probably in the season of Helm, because I hadn't really thought about that.
Okay.
So I would say when the new year is ushered in, I'll have to decide what the next season is on the calendar. But yeah, one full revolution every decade, essentially, on the calendar. There's a big celebration. It's a little bit bigger than your typical New Year's celebration, because the calendar also changes. So once they've gone through those 10 gods, another 10 new gods are brought for the next decade, and they cycle them through, because there are so many gods in the pantheon of Polydaria and the surrounding crystal spheres that they can't just give it to only 10 of them, because it would be unfair.
God damn.
Yeah. So imagine the nightmare of a horoscope that you would have in Polydaria, trying to figure out, I guess, all your soothsayer mumbo jumbo. Fortune tellers don't have a good time with that. It's how they keep them on their toes.
All right. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good for just coming up with that on the spot, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I was like, at first I thought, wow, he's thought this through, and then I was like, no, he's
No.
making this up.
Yeah.
It's still good. I like that.
I think that'll work nicely, though. I do. See, and that's something I just never even thought about. So, but obviously they wouldn't have a traditional calendar that would match up with us. So, yeah, they'd have something.
It could lead to cool festivals in the coming months.
Yes, there is something I have planned for the next city that you come into, just because of the wacky nature of the essentially like satellites around Polydaria and in Polydaria, like the two moons that you guys were seeing in Lambrose. There's some weird times of the year, much like the northernmost parts of Earth. Like, you get 30 days of night or whatever. But you'll have to wait and see what happens when you get there. But for now, where we left off last time with you guys, you had just escaped Lambrose Forest. You had come across Commissioner Cassius Credo. He was with a child in the forest by the cauldron in the stump. He was a little surprised to see you guys, not just because not many people come back from Lambrose, but also that you didn't have your full party that you went in with. So there was a little girl, like I said, with him that looked rather scared. He said he was out there to retrieve her, that she had gone missing, and it was getting dark, and he, it's his responsibility as commissioner to solve these matters because he knows Lambrose better than anybody else. So he has now agreed to escort you back to Edgewood. On your way back to Edgewood, you'll obviously pass Sib the Soothsayer's house. Sib the Soothsayer's house. And she's the one that sent you kind of on this shopping list errand. You don't know. You've been told that Andy Ravage has passed away. But yeah, it's up to you guys if you want to stop and air your grievances with her, since she may or may not have lied to you about this list. You don't know if you have the proper ingredients to save Andy Ravage or not, but you're on the trail. You got a little ways down to go before you reach Sib's house, but I'll let you guys pick it up from here. So yes, today in the party, Commissioner Cassius Credo, his icon will also accompany the small child's one, so I don't have to worry too much about all of that. And then Joni, the kobold, which Kobe will be playing. Ranger Steve, which Cameron is playing. Tug, which Josh is playing. And Tyrell, which Jared is playing. What you guys wanna do?
Okay, I missed who the silver tin man with a skirt.
That's Commissioner Cassius Credo. That and the little girl. We'll shrink him down a little bit.
So did they fuse together? Is this?
They did, yes.
Wait.
Oh my. Okay, you're gonna make me do it. Fine.
No, it's fine.
Nope,
It's fine
no. We gotta have the token.
I missed a very important story.
There.
This seems very bad.
This is the little girl.
This seems very Full Metal Alchemist. I just used my dog and my daughter. I was feeling very bad for a moment.
As far as you know, the little girl is not a chimera yet, but maybe Commissioner Cassius Credo has plans to turn little children into chimeras. But maybe if he wasn't the dog of the military, he wouldn't feel such pressure to produce such abominations like, chimeras.
Very, very true.
But Commissioner Cassius Credo is not a dog of the military, so he at least has that going for him. So I can't help but noticing you're missing some of your friends. Did you all not make it out or go separate ways, or just not every day we see somebody, a bunch of strangers go into Lambrose and come back out even half alive, so
Yeah.
like your cat fella that joined you, that bite the dust, or take a cat nap. I'm sorry, I'm making jokes, but I'm trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah, we had a couple friends pretty early on just kind of say, screw this for us, and kind of bounce. We did have one of our fellows perish.
What was his name?
I think his name was Jimmy. Was that what it was, guys? Jimmy?
Jimmy
No, Billy. That's what it was. Billy. Yeah. See, we already forgot him already.
Wow, brutal. If he's once, I got a knife and we'll carve it in the tree. We carve the names of the lost ones in the tree.
He's not lost. He's with Helm.
Ah, well, we won't worry about it then.
Yeah.
So, we going to Edgewood, or you guys stopping along the trail or anything? Where we going? I told you I'd lead you out of here, and that's what I plan on doing.
You guys want to see Sib?
A little bit.
What would you want to go see her for?
Well, we came to the forest specifically to help a friend out, and she gave us some things that we could find in the forest to help him. And so we just wanted to check back in with her.
I sees. Well,
Do you know anything about her more than just being someone outside of Edgewood?
can't say I do.
People.
She lives outside Edgewood, but that's about all I got. She's not my typical friend, I guess.
Why not? What are some of the things about her?
Well, you live in the edge of Edgewood, and you know, don't have walls around your house, and she's out here all alone, and it's just kind of mysterious as to how she doesn't get attacked by or go disappearing or. All I'm saying is we give her space and she gives us ours, and we don't ask any questions what she does.
Have you noticed any change in the forest?
Can't say I have.
What kind of changes have you seen?
I said I can't say I have.
Oh, I thought you said yes, I have. Okay, yeah, we didn't know, a whole lot of change or anything since we've been gone.
Nah,
We saw some-
life as usual.
Okay,
You
saw
guys
some pretty wild
went in
stuff.
about 2 days ago, and you already back out. How much could change in 2 days?
You're right. How much? How's the logging business going?
Things are good. Still got lots of business. People coming asking for our wood.
What made you start doing that line of business here in Edgewood? Or was it prior to your
Well, let me think. We live next to a forest, and people need lumber.
This forest particular, though, you had to kind of like do some magic on the weapons to be able to cut through the wood. Is that something that you were taught?
Magic? Where'd you hear that? Magic? I don't know about that. We are very skilled craftsmen, and we are a little bit more tenacious than your average lumberjack.
Okay. Yeah, no, we just particular, some of your people told us specifically you had to bless, basically.
Oh, did they? Some of our people in Edgewood. Do you remember?
I was more travelers
Remembers these
passing.
people?
I was just, people passing through, so they always just heard some talkings of this town being really
yeah,
different.
rumblings. Okay, well, you remember those people's names? You let me know. No reason in particular. Just we like to keep our things rather private, because next thing you know, somebody knows our secret, and then they're cutting down our wood.
Well, yeah, if I remember those names, I'll let you know.
Thank you. So how's bouts it? We go by Sibs, make a little pit stop, and then head to Edgewood, or what?
Yeah, I'm good with that. What do you say, guys?
All right, tally ho. So you guys make your way down, and Tyrell, I think we're getting a little bit echo off your mic. Just
No,
a
you're
tiny bit. No? Are you sure?
No.
Not anymore. I don't know. Yeah, still. But you go deep enough down the path, and you find off to your right Sib's house. The door that's never really been there, it's more of a shack, is open. You hear, noise inside, but don't know who or what. There's
Smell
sort
like
of
turtle?
it doesn't sound necessarily like anything you've heard, just normal hustle and bustle of a house. You see sort of clearing along the right side that leads into her backyard, but she just sort of got a invisible porch up here that you can't really see. But yeah, last time you sort of interacted with her, she met you outside. You never even stepped inside of her house or shack. But it's up to you guys how you want to approach. It does not appear as if anyone knows you are on the trail at this moment.
Is this your dungeon, Ranger Steve?
Is this my dungeon?
I've only lived in a dungeon. I don't know anything else. Is this yours?
Oh, that's right. No, this is some witch that we came in here for a reason. We didn't come in here to find you or to find that dumbass dragon. We came in here to save our buddy, and so she gave us a list to find some stuff and didn't tell us at all really how dangerous those things were. So.
Okay, so this is the witch's dungeon. Okay, that makes sense.
Witches, yeah. We may need you to step up, and
All right, I'll step forward.
I'm pretty prepared for that.
So Commissioner Cassius Credo, he says to you guys like, I got no business with Sib, so you guys want to do your thing. You know where Edgewood is. I'll be on my ways. If that's cool with yous. I can wait outside too. I know, Lambrose is a bit of a scary place, but you guys seem to be able to handle yourselves going in and out like that. So, am I good to go, or you want me to stick around?
Don't matter to me. What do you think, Tug?
He starts to just kind of back away.
I mean, I think it's kind of weird that he was just alone with a little girl that looks terrified.
If I was with a little girl, I wasn't alone.
Anything he says.
I'm just staring at him.
You can stare at me all you want, Lobster Boy. But, I could ask some questions about yous guys, too.
For it.
You want me to ask you some questions?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Go for it.
What'd you do in the forest?
We told you we're trying to find some stuff to help our friend. Now we're going to check on him to see
Yeah,
if,
what stuff?
some magical things that supposedly were in the forest.
Oh, magical things that are in the forest. Okay, and who sent you to go get those magical things? Sib, right?
Maybe the fucking... right. We're right next to their house, buddy. You took us here.
Yeah, no. I'm playing it out for yous. I'm trying to paint a picture here so you can see why I'm a little hesitant to go talk to Sib. She has you go into the forest, which nobody does, except us. Go get some magical items for some friend of yours. And you guys just stroll out of the forest like it's no big deal. You know how many strangers come through our town and go in Lambrose and come back out? None. Zero. And I'm supposed to believe that you guys, you miscreants, you mishmash of characters, went into that forest and came back out with even one of yous alive? I'm nervous to be around you. Either you're way stronger than I thought, or you got luck on your side, brother.
I think it's both.
So excuse me for saving a little girl from being gobbled up by the forest. Now you
But
can
why
go
was she in
talk
the
to your
forest?
witch doctor, and I'll stay away from that voodoo.
I think we'd rather have I think we can take care of that girl. I think it'd be...
What do you mean by take care of her?
Yeah, take care of her.
Yeah.
That's real reassuring. How about I stay outside? You guys go do your little chit chat inside, and I'll be out here waiting when you're done. Is that fair to you, or am I just gonna stand here while you make up your minds?
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Joni, why don't you kind of hang out by the door, keep an eye on us, and make sure you can keep them in your line of sight.
pee.
Oh, is this
And I'm
is
gonna go
this little
run right
creature?
next to the door. I'm gonna run right next to the door and put my back towards it.
So this little creature is how shall I put it? Slave?
No, he's a buddy. We picked him up. We saved him.
Oh,
Inside the fort.
buddy. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got no
See, we-
reason to disbelieve you, but you know, you're making fun of my small companion, and I didn't say anything about yours.
Well, do you have a really cool handshake like we do?
Oh, let me see this cool handshake. Go ahead. Be my guest.
All right, I want to bend down on one knee and get in front of Joni, and just like whisper so no one can hear.
I also get down on one knee.
I just hope that he mirrors everything that I do. that I do.
All right, please. We're gonna make some checks here. So
Absolutely.
so what we're going to do, I guess instead of making checks, is I'm gonna have you guys roll a d. Let's see, just a d4, 1d4. If you guys land on
roll?
if you guys land on even numbers, you coordinated and you hit the same handshake or whatever. If you hit odd numbers, you didn't. Whatever comes first, 3 succeeds or 3 failures, convinces Commissioner Cassius Credo if you actually had a cool handshake.
All right, my first roll was a 4.
Mine was too. I'll take a picture of it.
Oh man.
All right,
That's
so
amazing.
so 1 success.
No way.
I'll send it right now.
Oh, I got a 2.
All right, let me roll the next one. 3.
All right, so 1 loss.
Wow,
So
I
so
missed.
please, what was the first successful handshake?
First one was just a big swipe from the side. So
All
arm
right.
straight out, right to the middle, just to. Get
And then
the
what
in.
did you follow up with that you missed?
I went for an up to like pound his fist down, and he did the same thing when he was supposed to start the bottom to meet mine in the middle.
Okay, so next roll then.
I
3.
got 3.
3s? So
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No, get the fuck out of here.
Why would we lie about a bad score?
so you're at 1 succeed and 2 failures. So what was the next
Yeah.
one that you messed up?
So I
Oh,
just
I got a 3 again.
yeah, sorry. Okay. Well, then.
Are you both rolling the same physical die? Like one die?
You
Well, I
guys,
didn't roll my next
I was
one.
gonna say-
He already
I'm
failed.
actually rolling a
Yeah.
virtual die.
Yeah, so I rolled a 1, so it would have been bad anyways. but-
all right.
I've never done a handshake before.
So
my first
Commissioner Cassius Credo, you just hear from a distance just a slow clap. Just a beautiful. I am
If
thoroughly
you were
convinced.
doing a slow clap,
Yeah, it didn't come through.
you
I
were
think.
actually doing a slow clap. The analyzer thing wouldn't let it go through.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really know the common tongue that well. None of us speak Draconic, so it's still learning. We just found him, we've been working on it, and you kind of caught us. We're still working it out, but as you
Sure.
can see, he trusts me. We knew the first part of it pretty well.
All I'm saying is, you judge me, and I didn't judge you until you forced me to. So, there you go. Can I stay outside now?
Yeah, no,
All right,
you're good there.
we'll be over here against the tree on the other side of the trail, keeping our distance from your voodoo magic.
All right, boys, let's head inside.
So before you can even step inside, who comes and steps inside the doorway but Sib, the soothsayer? The crotchety old woman comes to the door and says, "Who's out there?"
What happened to Andy Ravage?
That's no way to greet someone who asks who's outside their home.
I think you could probably recognize this from a couple days ago.
I see lots of travelers come through and go into Lambrose and don't come out, or do. Why
The last couple days,
would
we saw
you?
lots of travelers the last couple days.
Plenty.
Find that very hard to believe.
Do you? Do you live here? You know the comings and goings of Lambrose?
Based on what everyone told us about it, I would assume we have a good idea.
I have an inkling you have a bone to pick with me.
Where's
Just-
our friend Andy Ravage?
Andy Ravage. Jog my memory.
Big Turtle.
Oh, the turtle. You're the turtle people. Yes, I'm recalling now. I sent you into the forest to get ingredients to save his life. Yes, come in, come in. Please, right this way.
So she sort of disappears into the sort of dimly lit home inside.
Dimly lit.
Yes.
Do we want to go in, guys?
So
I'm
from
gonna pull
the
out my
sort of
ball.
from the sort of dimly lit room, you see her.
Don't be afraid, please, come in.
You drift globe? Sure, yeah.
I
Alright.
will stand watch.
All right, Joni's standing watch. Ranger Steve,
Okay,
you
I like
step inside with the drift globe.
I kind of would like to have my dagger in reverse Ezio form. meaning, like,
Okay.
it's in my hand. Like I have a dagger in my hand. The handle's in my hand, just like ready
Sure.
in case.
Sure.
Like a prepared attack in case I need it. Walk
Sure
in. I'll
thing.
go ahead and walk in.
All right. You walk in right behind Ranger Steve. Tug.
Oh, I was muted. Yeah, I'm going in.
All right. So you guys go in right behind Ranger Steve. Joni, are you kind of like leaned up against the wall still, or are you gonna kind of take this like halfway stance where you're looking inside and outside?
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking inside and out, checking on the group and checking on old Cassius Credo there.
All right. So you three enter, and it is dimly lit, but you know, it's your typical sort of hermit hut. There's tables with all manner of plants and apothecary things and little bits and pieces of animals and freshly caught, you know, insects and things like that. But she's standing over by a chest and some barrels, and she's sort of rummaging around in the chest for something. So she has her back to you. She says,
Make yourselves at home. Find a place you can sit down. I'll find your friend Andy Ravage. Just give me a second. Go. Make yourselves at home, I said. This will take a little bit.
He's pretty big. This isn't a very big room. I'm pretty sure I see him over there in the corner.
Oh, the statue? No. Don't mind the statue. And are you not a believer in the wonders of magic? You think that the confines of this home are the only manner of storage that I have at my disposal? You, the lobster one, has a bag of holding right there. You've seen this work in your own time. So, as
Fine
I
with standing.
said, take a seat.
I'm fine with standing. I'm good.
Very well. Stand if you like. The rest of you may sit.
I'm just gonna sit down on the floor right where I stand.
okay.
Interesting custom for, what are you?
Blib, do pull up.
What now?
Blib, do pull up.
I don't know how many pull-ups that is, but yes, I'm impressed. And you, the emo one, what? Are you going to stand there quietly? Okay, good enough for me.
So she kind of rummages around deeper in the chest. She says,
Ah! I found it. Here is your friend.
And she sort of turns around, and in her hand is a little like vial, like no bigger than probably 2 inches tall, by maybe 1 inch wide, just a glass vial with a cork in the top. And in the vial, she sort of shakes it, and you can see in the light of your drift globe that there's a green liquid in the vial.
She says, "Your friend is in here, condensed his form. All of his essence is contained within this vessel. Did you bring me the ingredients I asked for to bring him back?"
So about that,
Oh boy.
we just assumed you were, putting us on a quest to find some really obtainable things. And along the way, we realized just how difficult that was, and it really gave us a lot of trouble.
I did not say this would be easy.
Did you really expect us to get all those things?
Well, yes, if you want your friend back. Do you think it's easy to turn your friend back from this goo into who he was?
I don't think we were told he was goo already. We thought, like...
Your friend was dying from chaos phage. What was I supposed to do? Have him turn into a slad in my home? I think not.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's safe to say we did not obtain every ingredient.
Yeah, I think, in Billy's words, fuck that turtle.
Well, if you don't need your friend back, then that's no skin off my nose. But I promised services in exchange for the goods that you brought me. Which goods did you bring me? If you'd like to trade, I would be open to the option of purchasing said items from you.
Hug?
Yes.
The shopping list, the items, what
do we have?
do you have?
Yeah. What was on that shopping list? We have.
You're
He's about to say a
instilling
lot.
great
Get it,
confidence in me that you even knew what you were going in there for.
Oh, yeah.
Would you
Even
like
though we have
me
Tug-
to read the list and you to answer if you have it or not?
I mean, no, I can tell you what we got.
There we go.
Please continue.
Well, we found an owlbear egg, but that's not for sale.
Why, may I ask?
You cannot
Because
not have Pearl. Pearl is mine.
we want to be able to raise it as our own.
Very well.
We found a tear of a nymph.
And is this something you're willing to part with?
Maybe at the right price.
Name your price.
Let us think about it. We got a Ballad of the Death Knight. That one was pretty interesting.
How did you obtain the Ballad of a Death Knight?
By our ears.
So you got close enough to hear the song of a Death Knight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got close. We got closer than that.
I would call you foolish, but you stand before me, so therefore you are brave. Not many hear the name or the song of a Death Knight and live to tell the tale.
Many are the Electric Boogaloo too.
Oh, that was Josh. I thought that was Kobe. Yeah, I was like, this is weird. I feel like
From the distance.
oh man.
The ghost of Billy. We're the best group ever.
Sorry, yeah, Kobe is not dead. That'd be much worse. Oh man, that hit me. It hit me hard.
We miss him so much already.
And then we've got a will-o-wisp.
A will-o-wisp. Alive, you've captured one.
We did see a green dragon and also a Karen.
So you used my iron flask to capture the will-o-wisp.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Excellent, excellent. What became of the creature contained within the iron flask before?
Are we scientists?
What do you think happened to it?
You probably released it into the world.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, there's not room in an iron flask for 2 creatures, so I'd say there's a demon out there somewhere now. But that's not my problem. What else do you have on your shopping list?
So that's it. Like I said, we saw a green dragon, and we saw a Karen, but we did not obtain.
Aaron.
I'll die on the hill. But we did not obtain the items in need.
You saw a Kieran and did not obtain its horn?
Yes. So we worked alongside the Karen, and
I can tell you what it looked like. It was
did not find it safe.
it was
It brought upon a massive thunderstorm, and when it approached us, it did not like us. But after hearing of our travels throughout the forest and why we were there and what we'd been through, it decided to help us cure the forest.
So, what exactly did you do to cure the forest? I was unaware it was sick.
I'm getting kind of the sense that you have either you are massively, maybe I shouldn't even start this, but
No, continue
You're
speaking, quiet one.
the things that you were asking for are so massively
Specific
outside
for
the
this
realm
forest.
of like we're what? We're level 5? What level are you? I'm just gonna ask like weirdly. No,
Level?
really,
He's over 2,000.
because the things that you wanted are
You didn't expect us to return and save our
I
friend.
didn't expect you to return, you're right. But those of the list of things I gave you, the thing that would bring your friend back was the drink of the treants. And I know for a fact treants are in Lambrose. I had heard rumors of an emerald dragon and seen
Oh,
the signs going through. So I asked for the scale of an emerald dragon as payment, part of the payment. So your shopping list was equal parts payment and ingredients to bring your friend back.
I hear a rumor.
A rumor?
What is this realm's Facebook equivalent?
Explain yourself.
Where do you get your news, your hereby, your rumors? Where do you hear those from?
Passerbys, Edgewood. Occasionally people come from Edgewood to have their fortunes told, or any manner of concoction that I can do. There is a rather large erectile dysfunction problem in the town that I have helped many young...
Isn't there quite enough wood in this area?
Agreed.
Oh, a clever, clever jest. I have never heard it. You are quite literally the first person to make that joke.
Can't sense the sarcasm if it's sincere. Are there any verification steps that are completed whenever you hear of these rumors from said?
That would
TD?
change them from rumors to facts.
I see. I think I have all I need. Thank you.
Did you experience or come across a emerald dragon? Was I wrong in my assumption?
I just look over the other guys. I don't want to say anything. I'm gonna revert back to a little more normal Tyrell and just kind of give eyes at these other guys. Like,
It's pretty easy to read the room. You probably saw one, am I right?
Yeah, just
The way the emo
Maybe
one
not.
looked at you was pretty apparent.
yeah, we might have seen a green dragon, but maybe not to the extent that you assumed.
Well, if you must know, the items that would have brought your friend back are the owlbear egg, the tear of a nymph, the miracle drink of the treant, and the will-o-wisp. The rest was for my payment to bring someone back. For to cure Chaos Phage is not an easy task, nor is it to contain and bottle their essence.
Well, totally understand what it takes to do business. What do we have that we can? I mean, we.
I will give you your friend's essence in case you ever come across these items in the future.
Are we interested?
Nah,
You
not
didn't
really.
let me finish.
No, we don't care.
I'll give
no,
you his essence in trade for one of your items.
Oh no. We were thinking more of monetary value that would actually help us in our journey. So anything we have on us may be helpful. Like the things we did actually gather. Like maybe we can find some silver or even gold to help us out.
How much would you ask for the owlbear egg? I know you said it was not for sale, but
Pretty much not. But
there's
yeah,
always a price.
what is the going rumor book value of that on the marketplace?
I know for a fact that Ivan in town was looking to train owlbears, and he would pay anyone in town 5,000 gold pieces for an owlbear egg.
That sounds quite low. I don't.
Low. You say that is low. 5,000 gold pieces. How many gold pieces do you have to your name?
How many owlbear eggs do you have?
Currently none, which is why I'm willing to offer you more than he would give you for your owlbear egg.
Where we got the owlbear egg, how many people have gone in and actually, got out of the forest?
I do not keep track. That would be a rather depressing game.
Exactly.
Well,
it shouldn't be very.
Okay. Well, let's see. An Albert Egg's going at that price. What about the other stuff? Because we've seen owlbear eggs in other parts of this land. That wasn't too hard for us to get, but
Then,
the rest of the things,
if it
come on.
wasn't too hard to get, I'll be modest and only ask that I pay 500 more gold pieces. So 5,500 gold pieces for your owlbear egg.
Okay, by the way, this is all up to Tug, but I don't think we should give up that owlbear egg. That there's more important.
Why are you so attached to this egg?
We are fathers, and we have this egg. And we must take care of it.
Do you know how to care for an owlbear?
Oh, we'll figure it out. I think that's how parenting works.
absolutely.
I can see you're well on your way to being parents then. Continue with your... whatever it is you're doing with the egg.
Reverse psychology. You really want this egg really bad. Well, what else do we have there?
If
that
I
ranges-
must confess, it is the most delectable omelet I've ever had, and I have not had one since I was a wee little girl.
We've lived this far without much gold. I think we can make it a little further. The owlbear itself, if
I
that
find
thing-
out you sell it to Ivan when I offered you more gold, I'll be upset.
I would be very surprised if Ivan was asking 5,000, you offered us 5,500, that he wouldn't offer us more if you were just going to be a reseller.
Oh, quite the businessman then. So you're just looking to gouge the price out of Ivan.
Oh, no. I want the best for the owlbear, which is why I'm not selling.
The best coin you can get for the owlbear. I see. No, say no more. Next you'll come back and say, oh, Sib, Ivan said that he'd pay 6,000 gold for the egg.
I mean, I won't deny that, but again, I think it's more of just fun to play the game. In the end, this is a living being we're talking about. We're not giving it up.
I will
Ranger,
drop
what
the
else do we
subject
have?
very well. Just do not come back here asking for more gold, because I will not give more than I have offered.
No, I appreciate the honesty. Actually, that's quite nice of you.
Joni, you notice sort of out of the corner of your eye as you know, interesting as the discussion inside is going, that Commissioner Cassius Credo has been kind of slowly shuffling with the little girl towards Edgewood. Just kind of like kicking rocks and like, you know, pointing in trees and like leading her kind of like, oh, look at this. And every time, you know, it's not
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my slingshot and hit the tree in front of him.
okay. Go ahead and give me, I guess, a dexterity roll to see if you hit your target. It's just a
Awesome.
check, so any modifiers you get.
No. Also, am I in the sunlight?
You're not in the sunlight. The sun was setting when you guys were leaving the forest, so it's, you know, nighttime now. It's probably 9 o'clock.
Okay.
LOL.
Total of a 10.
Is it actually 9 o'clock right now? Oh wow, it's like 9:09. That's funny. What did you get? Sorry.
Total of a 10.
Oh yeah, so you sling it, whip it around your head. He immediately kind of looks at you because he can hear the like of the sling. You let go of the rock and you hit the tree in between, you know, where he was going, so closer to Edgewood. He sees it kind of hit the rock and he just turns back around like, oh yeah, and look over here, little girl, kind of thing. Like he wasn't going to Edgewood. No, he definitely wasn't going anywhere.
I'm gonna bark at him a little bit.
Hey! Shut your yap.
You right there, Joni?
Looks like old man and girl over there were trying to head back to town. Alerted that they should not go.
Good boy. Good boy.
Thank you.
The tone doesn't throw off Joni at all. He's just
Hey, Tony's used to being mistreated and told what to do by others. He was not a high-ranking official.
I was just more saying that Joni may have never been or felt affection from anyone before, but that is definitely something that Ranger Steve just emoted to you. So
He knows Billy was affectionate, so
okay, so he's learning that yes, humanoid creatures are very affectionate to small
yes,
creatures.
He did not receive that from other people. So.
So you will not sell your owlbear egg. Very well, but what else are you willing to let go?
Talk about this Tear the Nymph.
Yes. Name
was
your
part of-
price.
I mean, well, that one was difficult to say the least. I mean, what do you say, guys? I can't think it costs anything less than at least 8,000.
For me, a tear of the nymph? Bah. You'd have me go broke.
Have you ever seen a nymph?
What a silly question that is. Seen a nymph. No, you do not look at nymphs, or you go blind.
Well, we went through that, and look at us now.
Tyrell's seen a nymph.
Are you experiencing... Wait, did someone revitalize your vision?
Yeah, maybe they did. We're packed full of secrets.
Oh, well, if I don't see the danger in a nymph then, if you can just bring back his sight.
This wasn't as easy as that, but
Please describe to me how you gained the tear of a nymph. How do I know that's not just a droplet of water, or one of your tears?
Don't we have something that can?
It's literally labeled on the outside of the container, Tear of Nymph.
Oh, is that all it takes to name something?
Doesn't the mage hand or something we have, or the true? There we go. Get the orb of true seeing. Maybe it'll tell you.
I ain't no monkey. I don't just dance for free. If someone wants,
I believe you. I'm just merely bartering. Gold is not something I would exchange for the tear of a nymph. Is there some item or vial or potion that you would deem interesting in trade for the nymph? I know you are not aware of apothecary and potion making, but the most I can get out of a nymph tear, while valuable and not your everyday potion ingredient, you can make a filter of true love. And when I say filter of true love, I do mean true love. There's plenty of other affectionate potions with lesser effects, but a tear of a nymph, I could make anyone love you.
You want someone to love you?
It would be nice. But I am far beyond anyone loving me, so I just make a living. I am happy alone.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't
So what you got? What you got then?
I have many
What's
things.
something-
As I said, potions, elixirs, a few baubles here and there.
Oh, you're British.
British? Is baubles a British word?
Yes.
It's a different plane. You wouldn't know.
Then very well. I am British.
Fair
You're
enough.
definitely not British.
You've gone up in my books. I like it. All right.
Ingredients. The emo one is an artificer. Am I correct in assuming? Are there ingredients you need to create your trinkets or gizmos?
I mean, you have to put some air quotes up there when you say artificer, but yes, he is our artificer.
I won't argue with that. Absolutely. Yeah.
There must be some material you've been thinking of collecting for whatever purpose you have.
You know, I like to go with the flow. If there's anything of not even great value, just anything that does not mean Walmart brand. That just means anything that can be useful in the time being. You know, while I do search for a greater meaning to this life, the more I learn is as I find things as I go.
God, stop
really
there.
nice.
No more. You don't need anything. I get it.
No. I could use, whatever you have could be
Then-
helpful.
Be a little more specific. You walk into a home. My home, as you see, has
Actual?
infinite
No.
more capacity than is at your site. We could be here all day for me naming things. It helps if you try to narrow the search on what you personally need. Because how am
Yeah.
I supposed to guess what is important or what you need for your adventure?
I mean, in this front room, I see some. Okay, I'm not gonna. All right, sorry. Do you have any special metals?
Plenty. Are you looking for meteorite ore, steel, iron, gold, platinum?
Ooh. I want to turn to the other. I want to turn to the rest of the group, and hope that I whisper soft enough she doesn't really hear me. Guys, I don't have any money. But that meteorite material sounds very interesting to me.
Go for it, dude.
I don't have any money. Well, I can't barter with anything.
Maybe the tear of the nymph, for which we're talking about.
Okay, I'll let you do that part.
No, it's your meteorite.
I can see something I've said has piqued your interest. Please make your offer.
I turn around, and I don't think anything you have is that interesting.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Very well, on to the next two. Would you like anything? By all means, you may keep what you wanted. I just thought it worth your time, after the materials you gathered, that in exchange, I could offer something to you. If not,
What do you think, Tug? I mean, you're always looking for puddles to stick your dome into.
Oh,
Is
What?
there anything?
What did you
Maybe
just say?
there- You're always looking to stick your dome in some water, you know? To talk to your buds. You know, is there anything that can make that happen, like a portable
I have a
Scrying.
fish bowl.
pan?
I already have the ability to create and destroy water. I don't need it. I can dig a fucking hole in the ground and create water.
Or a bucket? How about a bucket? I admit it would be hard to find one big enough for your head, but I could make one.
I thought we were coming here to like slap her around a little bit.
Yo,
and-
what? You came here to what?
And here we are like trying to barter. Like, why are we barter? We just take what the fuck we want. We just came from Lambrose Forest.
I do not appreciate your tone, Lobster Man. You may leave my house.
Yeah.
My hut? Leave it right now. Make all the mocking noises you want. My business with you all is concluded. Take the essence of your friend and leave my sight.
She takes the vial of green liquid that you know to be Andy Ravage and throws it out of the door, and it sort of hits the soft earth and kind of rolls at the feet of Joni.
Joni's gonna pick it up. He assumes it's something that he's not supposed to have, and he throws it
Where does he throw it?
just over his shoulder as far as he can.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The essence of Billy succeeds in a new
Oh,
form.
Billy would have fucking destroyed this house, guys. He would have ran this lady dry.
He probably, the first thing he would have asked is if Sib turned him into turtle soup and would have asked for some soup.
100%. Some turtle jerky. He would have ran this lady dry of all that money.
But go! I am done bartering with you. I welcome you into my house and you threaten me in my own home. There's nothing you
So-
have that I want anymore. It's not worth my safety.
So you don't want the Ballad of the Death Knight or this Will-O-Wisp?
Not if it means you're going to murder or rob me for it. No.
Ah,
no.
don't listen to the
No,
lobster.
no.
We're not gonna do that.
Then
We're
you can
here.
have your lobster friend wait outside with the kobold.
All right, hey Tug, you can you just wait outside for a sec?
I'm gonna turn and wink at him so she can't see.
We're not gonna. We don't need to hurt her. Like,
Lobster man?
I'll just go outside.
okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, my shift is over, so I'm gonna replace Tug now.
All right.
Oh God.
I assume my shift is over, so
Yeah.
I can't understand what she's saying. So
That's very true.
if Ranger Steve translates, that's the only time I know what's going on. So
Sure. So, Sib does a little number with her finger, and
She says, "Welcome, my little friend. Where did you come from?"
and amazingly, you see that Sib knows Draconic.
Wow.
I came from the lair of the Emerald Dragon.
So there is an emerald dragon in the forest.
Yeah, he is
Hey,
the
Hey,
master
Tony?
of the Emerald Forest.
Do you know
Hey,
the
hey, Johnny.
name of this dragon?
Hey, Joni, just shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth.
Do you let your friends speak to you this way?
No, we did rescue him, so.
Rescued him from the emerald dragon that you did see and failed to tell me.
Wait, I told you twice, I think.
Yes, but not in great detail. So you didn't obtain an emerald scale then,
No, we told you that.
but you rescued a kobold from his dungeon.
You guys didn't get any. You guys needed scales. There was some in the poop room.
You came across dragon droppings and you did not obtain an emerald scale?
We didn't come across them. He was already there. He kind of knew the layout better than we did. We had to get out there as fast as we could.
What a misfortune.
I wish I knew what was going on.
You're bartering
who-
for something.
Oh, we're bartering. I'm gonna grab something off the table and hand it to her and ask, for a nice helmet.
You are offering me an item that I own already in trade for a helmet for you. My friend, this
Yes.
is not how bartering works. You offer something that you own in exchange for something that I own or possess. May even be a set of skills for another.
Oh, well then I'm gonna try to toss the whatever I picked back up onto the table as as showing her my skills.
Yes, you are a fine tosser of things. But
Yeah, what do you give him for that? He can teach you that.
I have a salad on my table.
He runs over there and just starts eating this salad. He's never heard of it before, but he's gonna try to eat it.
Does he like it?
Yes, toss
Is
my
it
salad.
in a bowl? Is it in a bowl?
It is. It's in a bowl.
I'm gonna put
Put
the
that on his
bowl
head.
on my head. Yeah.
I tell
Thank you
you
for the
what,
helmet.
Joni. Anytime you want to come and toss my salad, I'll have a bowl for your head.
That's all I heard, and I'm very.
I just give it like a very
Yeah, no,
visible
it's-
shudder.
Hey, only the chief kobolds had helmets. I'm chief kobold now.
That you are. I bestow upon you the title of Master Salad Tosser.
Thank you, and I bow, and my bowl falls off my head, so I pick it back up and I put it back on.
Service is rendered. Joni
Oh,
has
what
provided
other-
me
what
the
other
only
skills can I
good
butter?
service and trade this entire time.
Yeah, that was super weird. We're still getting to know him a little bit. So Tyrell, I mean, I know you're looking for some stuff. Is there something in here you would trade for that Tear the Nymph?
I just
I'll hand him my bowl.
Your helmet?
Yeah.
I'll shake my head like I appreciate that he handed that to me,
Oh,
and like trying to be quiet, because you never want to spoil a good deal. I'm talking to Steve here, and I want to let him know like any precious metals or any precious materials are always fantastic. Like I've been very underutilized for all this time. It's not all under my own shortcomings of not figuring things out. It's what I have to work with. My hands can only do as good as the materials I have to put in them. So the meteorite.
mean your hand?
What was that?
Your hand?
Don't look at that hand. Look at the other one. The other one's fine. Yeah. The meteorite is good. So what do we have that we think is a fair trade?
I mean, we've already brought the Tear the Nymph. I think she's willing to trade that.
Okay. Do you think she would take maybe some of the meteorite and some more? Like I'm looking to get some good a good deal out of this.
What type of ore? Because we've got a barrel full of ore.
Okay, as long as we get the meteorite, we're okay. All right, I'm good. Let's go.
I guess we need to make sure Tug's cool with it.
I thought he was just wanted to make sure the owlbear egg was okay.
Well, he's got the bag of holding, so he's got the tier anyways. So
Okay, I can't think of anything else we would need that for. Shoot, the other thing she had mentioned. Actually, no, that was it. Yeah. The tier is something I don't know where else we're gonna be able to use that. You know.
So once we get past this, we might run into an even better whatever this bitch is, who's gonna offer more or more availability for something for it. So if you have something in mind for it, she's got it. But if it's something that you're just gonna hold on to and hope to do something with, then maybe we should hold on to it.
Oh no, we should. I don't. I can see more use of the meteorite material than the tier.
Okay. All right.
Have you come to a decision?
Yes.
Give me like
Yes.
2 seconds. I'm gonna talk to the lobster. He's kind of he's holding some stuff. So give me a second.
That's fine, but he remains outside.
That's fine. Okay.
I want to hold a big.
I'm gonna
green
walk outside with Ranger Steve.
grin.
If he's leaving, I'm assuming I'm leaving. So
So
Okay.
you,
gonna
you're
poke
just
my head
standing
out.
in there smiling, Tyrell, is what you're saying?
Yeah, big green grin, like everything's good.
Sure.
Sure.
Gonna poke my head up. Hey, Tug.
What's up?
So he's actually going to be an artificer soon, I think. So he wants some meteorite, and we're thinking about offering up that tier of the nymph. You cool with that?
I mean, I guess I kind of think the tier of the nymphs more valuable than that, but I'm not in there, so you guys do you. I mean, we could always come back. Or we could kill her and take everything.
I'm assuming it probably wouldn't be as easy as that, but yeah. I mean, it's up to you.
It's not up to me.
I mean, you've got it right there in your bag. So if you think we can,
Here, I just hand it to you. I'm not.
All right.
Y'all make the decision.
I'm standing a little bit taller with my chest out towards Tug now because I also have a helmet just like him. So we are both leaders.
I'm also wanting to go look for the vial as I'm eyeing down the child molester.
okay, go ahead and give me the Death Knight Ballad and the Will-O-Wisp.
No, one or the other. I'm not giving up both.
I don't know which each one's worth yet. We haven't discussed that yet. I promise I'll give it right back if we don't do anything with it
Oh,
or
no,
consult you.
You didn't come to me with all the information.
I just did. I literally
Okay.
just did. I
just
gave you
did.
all the information right now. I just said it to your face or your helmet or your lobster or your
Here.
boobs. Whatever. I said it all to you.
I just as I put the bag of holding down, I lean down and my I down he can look down my chest plate. I eye him doing it.
Uh-huh.
I give him the Death Knight and well good grief, what is wrong? I give him the Will Wisp and the Ballad of a Death Knight.
All right.
Okay. I want to tuck him away where she can't see that I took them from him. All she knows is I went to talk to him about.
You mean took
I'm
them
gonna
from her?
Tug, Joni's reaching his hand out. Are you gonna give anything to Joni?
I'm gonna just put my claw hand in his and look him straight in the eyes.
Oh well, he's gonna puff out his chest again because we're both leaders.
I'm gonna puff out my chest now.
You're both equally puffing out your chest.
I'm just gonna turn back inside. Yeah, leave him do that.
All right.
As long as he doesn't break eye contact, I gotta stay here and at least show that I can handle the responsibility of leadership.
Oh, I'm in it now. This ain't breaking.
All right. So staring contest. Here we go. Before Ranger Steve goes back inside, I need you guys to make checks to succeed at not blinking, and I'll raise the check each time after the roll.
Perfect.
So I have the first check in my mind that you guys need to beat. Go ahead and roll a d20 to see if you beat it.
Ooh, a 17.
7.
What'd you get?
Oh, okay. You still made it. The first check was 5.
All right, good.
So roll
We
again.
made the first roll. Oh no. I got a 2.
11.
All right. The next check was 7. So, Tug.
He stared really hard. I put my eyes down and kind of whimpered and run back inside.
Tug, you may continue keeping an eye on Cassius Credo and the child and look for the file at the same time. I'll have
Okay.
you make a roll here in a bit to see if you find it.
Okay.
But Ranger
I was
Steve,
wondering what
you
file,
return
and I
back
forgot
inside.
I threw it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, listen, when something of value comes next to you and you're supposed to be guarding treasure and it got out of place, you don't be the person who's standing around when there's 100 cobalt. You toss it. Someone else will touch it.
It did look like there was just a bunch of treasure flung everywhere in that room, so yeah, it makes sense.
All right. I just want to whisper into Tyrell. Okay, we got. How much meteorite do you think you need?
I've never seen it before.
Ah, fuck me.
I am a very patient person. I hope you know this.
Ranger Steve, what are you guys doing? Are you trying to get a helmet as well?
Yeah, maybe, possibly.
What are you bartering?
I have many a fine helmet.
We should if we're gonna barter with stuff, maybe we should let her know what we're willing to barter, and then just start asking for a ton of things, and then work our way from there.
Here is a steel flat helmet. It sits on your head and
I
obstructs.
throw the bowl, and I go and run up and grab it.
And she just kind of puts it on your head.
Says, "This, my kobold friend, will protect you from seeing any nymphs in the future. It has no eye slots and is completely solid all the way around."
I throw the wooden one, and I put that one on my head. Run back. See, that's how you barter, Ranger Steve.
Good
We
job,
have to
bud.
barter.
No, that was great. Yeah. You went from showing your athleticism to now you've got a metal head.
I call it the bucket helm.
Okay. So we've got this Tear the Nymph. We've been eyeing that meteorite.
In fair trade, I would give you the meteorite for the nymph tier.
How much meteorite is it?
I have a hunk of meteorite here. You can see it is a fist-sized hunk.
Is that all you have?
It is all I have. It's not every day a meteor falls to the earth and I'm able to obtain it. As you can see, it is not pure meteorite ore. There is residual ore around it you'd have to chip away. But this, I promise you, is a bigger chunk of meteor than you would find in a long time.
I'm gonna look over at Tyrell.
I think it's good. I think it's worth it.
All right, deal.
A deal has been struck, finally.
So she walks over and holds out the meteorite ore and holds out her other hand to accept the vial of the Tear the Nymph.
Place it in my hand, if you will, or we can set it on the table and you can exchange it that way.
I set the bucket on the table.
Are we altering the deal? The bucket for the meteorite is not a fair deal.
Yep, I hand her the Tear the Nymph.
Thank
I
you.
grab my bucket back.
And she hands you the meteorite ore. You kind of heft it in your hand, and it is a hefty chunk of meteorite ore. It takes your whole hand to grip it, and it is heavy.
How many gnomes?
How many gnomes? I would say that it weighs about the size or the weight of a gnome.
Good. That's what I was hoping. Okay.
But it, if you'd like to know more about the color of this meteorite ore, it is like a milky blue with like speckles of silver in it.
Okay. one last thing, Miss.
Sib.
Where did you by chance how, if I may ask, how did you obtain this milky blue?
It fell from the sky.
Mm.
But me, personally, I obtained it from a dwarf.
Okay.
He came in trade for goods, and I respect my clientele's privacy, so I will not tell you what he came for.
Oh, that's okay. I don't need to know about that.
Did he toss your salad too?
How did you know?
I thought you respected your clientele.
I was not aware I was in the presence of another soothsayer.
We I would like to know that there's a pretty high price for you to sell the information that we took the meteorite.
I would not share such information.
Unless
The information's already been given.
All right, so we've got a ballad of a death knight. Let's move on. We've got a couple other things.
okay, see, this is the other item. Yeah, we would love to sell you the Ballad of a Death Knight.
In
What else
exchange
do
for
you-
what?
What are some great things you have to offer that could potentially be great building material?
I have told you that options are limitless. You merely need to tell me what you need. Building materials. What do you seek? I have given you ore. Spiderwebs, perhaps?
We got some-
Specific plants? What construction materials? What are you trying to make?
Well, that's the great question. Is we may not know what we need to make.
Stop.
just yet.
Stop. No further explanation needed. I'm sorry I asked.
You totally understand.
I do. I get you. We're like on the same level. Same wavelength for sure.
What are your most prized items then? Starting from the top. What are your couple ones you're most proud of, or
I recently came into possession of a tear of a nymph, which I could make into a filter of love for a price.
we're right back to tossing salad? Okay, this is just a big circle here.
See, and she even mentioned she wasn't that big. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. Okay, yeah. What else do you have?
Any manner of concoctions or potions? Do any of you have erectile dysfunction?
Let's go to the next one.
So I see you are more than capable. Very well.
Not at the moment, but yeah.
I have adhesives and this great filter, this vial of liquid called WD-40.
What does this do?
Some people use it to grease things, but that's not what it's used for. No. This is used to remove things.
Yes.
Will you trade your pipe for my helmet?
My pipe?
I can see you. It seems like you're puffing on it every few breaths there.
Ah, my smoking utensil. Yes, I have a rare lung disease that requires medicinal herbs. I could
I'll
sell
trade you
you
my
some
helmet
of
for that.
these medicinal herbs.
We could heal your lung disease,
No, I like to treat it myself. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's just say that the herbs aren't exactly legal.
What bounds of legality are you under in this realm?
She's under the legality of the dragon, of course.
All I'm saying
We
is
all
if the
are.
wrong people were to walk in my store and know that I was using these herbs, that they would not look too kindly on me.
Oh, you're talking about HR. I get it.
But
That's
if
good
you're
to know.
interested in these and many other mind-altering drugs, I could sell them to you.
Well, I don't know what old Cobalt Joni's been saying. I'm getting the gist. And I look over at him, and I wanted to give him like kind of a shrug or like a push, like yeah, sure, go for it.
What, selling back the helmet she gave him for drugs?
Okay, yeah, I go and I hand her my helmet for drugs.
Very well. I will trade you your bucket helmet that you so proudly wear for this single vial. Just merely compress the vial on this nozzle and inhale.
Okay, I do that immediately.
All right. Your eyes immediately go like glossy white, and everything is in like super slow mo.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to slowly make my way back over to Ranger Street, but I'm gonna be on all fours.
Sure, you're on all fours and you're moving like you're, in slow motion, but everybody else is in real time. So you're just like, only moving slow to yourself, not actually in your mind. In your mind, it's like you're not even moving, but you
Do
are
the
trying to
plants
get
on the
them.
left or the right look more comfortable? I'm gonna go sit on them.
The thing that looks the most comfortable to you right now is like curling up at the feet of Tyrell.
I'm gonna go do that.
All right. So Joni on all fours is slowly crawling over to Tyrell. He's about halfway there right now.
I look down, and I just I smile a little bit. I kind of turn over to Steve and say, "Okay." that
I
was
should have
totally
warned Joni that that dose wasn't for someone of his stature.
good." Is he
He's having a
small?
good time.
Is he?
Joni
why
is,
that?
yes, the kobold. He barely goes above your knee.
Hmm.
I see you do not discriminate in size. Very noble of you.
Oh yeah.
I did want to ask, do you still have our blood?
Well, in a sense, yes, I tasted it. So I consumed it.
And that's it, though.
Wow, that
You,
was an old reference. I just remembered. Wow.
you didn't keep anything left over. There's no more essence of us besides what's inside of you.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
You could go check the latrine if you would like, but I think my body would have processed it. But if I cannot
Alright.
offer you drugs or anything else,
No, we do. We still have the ballad.
I'm always up for gold in exchange for things.
Yes, we could use some. What is a ballad of a Death Knight worth to you? In
You
matters
name
of-
your price.
Okay. I'm gonna point to Ranger Steve and be like, "All right, I want as much gold as possible because I have had 0 gold since I was conceived in this realm."
About this time, Joni has curled up at your feet like a cat,
That's cool.
and
I want to give him a little pet.
you even notice that he's like purring.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, we've got this Ballad of a Death Knight.
So I've been
You know-
told.
It was pretty tough to get. We had to use some of our pretty amazing intellect to get it.
I understand you're valuing it and making it. You went through a lot to get it. I know.
So I think we can't go anything lower than 5K.
I can't do that for the Ballad of a Death Knight. Do you know how many bards claim to sing the Ballad of a Death Knight? I could just
Any
write
what?
one myself. Granted, yours is the real deal, but how would anyone know that I didn't just write it myself?
There's specific properties to singing one. Have you not been exposed to that?
I know the rumors, but I've never actually seen a Death Knight myself.
It's
Quite-
pretty
quite
wild.
terrifying. Yes.
Yeah.
You won't live unless you can run really fast.
So you just
Just
wrote
see the-
down the words, or do you have the parchment?
That's a great question.
Because that I could do something with.
All right, Tug, you're outside. Go ahead and give me an investigation check
FYI, we do not have that, you guys, just so you realize.
or
You
a
all
perception
wrote it down.
check. I'm sorry, perception check. So D20 roll perception. See if you find this vial that was thrown outside.
Hey, what do you mean we don't have it written down? Yes, we do. It was tucked behind the shield. And when we went back and the Death Knight was dead and covered in vines. It was
I told
tucked
you to
beh-
stay outside.
Hey, shut up, woman.
You don't get to tell me to shut up. You step foot inside this house, I will turn you into a toad.
Yeah, no, he physically gave me something, so I'm assuming it was what he has in mind.
I got an 11, Christian.
All right, you find the vial. Joni, threw it, but it didn't go too far. It's still within sight, just kind of in the grass. So you pick up a vial, like I said, about inch tall, 2 inches or 2 inches tall, 1 inch wide. Just glass vial, cork in the top, green liquid on the inside. There's no label or anything, but you have that in your possession. Commissioner Cassius Credo sort of calls over and says,
Hey, what's taking so long?
I just turn and look at him with a stoic stare.
Oh,
And then-
yeah, you scaring me.
And then I slowly take my finger and put it up to my mouth and give him the quiet sign.
If you did that with your other hand, the claw, would it mean the same thing? Yeah, you just still gonna hold your other hand? Fine. Fine. Yeah, hold your finger against your helmet. I get it. I'll shut up. I'll be quiet, okay?
And I slowly put one finger down as I raise the middle finger back up.
Oh, yeah, real clever. Nah. Ooh, that's a good one. Flipping me the bird in front of the little girl. That's... Close your eyes, honey. I'm sorry you had to see that.
we'll go back inside.
Yes, we do have a written Ballad of the Death Knight.
The physical sheet, manifestation, the one he wrote himself.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, I confess this is not worth 5,000 gold pieces. I would give you 1,000 gold pieces for this.
Meet us in the middle.
Yeah, you're gonna have to meet us somewhere in there. We know you have 5.
In the middle of 1,000? Fine, 500.
Middle between 1,000 and 5,000.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to offer alongside it?
I think so. Ranger Steve?
Yeah, we also have a will-o-wisp.
Yes, I'm very interested in the will-o-wisp.
If we do both, we can't take anything less than 35.
Between the Ballad of the Death Knight and the will-o-wisp, I think we could come to an agreement at 34.
I'll turn to Steve and we'll kind of turn our heads and
Yeah, we like halves.
we'll think on it. Yeah. Like, are we shaking our heads?
34.50?
Yeah, is that what we're doing? 34.50? That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah. Okay, I'm good with it. I'll nod my head.
The quiet one is agreed. You, Ranger?
I yell for the door. Ask for 5 more.
Shut up, you!
If you can throw in a cool little neat little trinket, we'll make a deal.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
like,
I have just the one.
Okay.
She sort of reaches in her, little pocket
Bosom?
in her bosom, yes. She pulls out a, spherical, crystal-looking, marble with a little swirl in it.
This here is the gemstone of a gnome. It is said that if you exchange it to any gnome and ask them of a deed, they will do everything in their power as a gnome to achieve what you may ask them.
What color is that gem?
It is a crystal clear gem with a yellow swirl in it.
I'm very interested. I'm not. No, I don't want to play very interested to her, but like, I give an eyes to Steve and say, yeah, it's good. It's worth it. But that's mine.
All right, deal.
33, what was it? 3,450 gold pieces and this gemstone for trade of the Will-O-Wisp and the Ballad of the Death Knight. Is this correct?
That's correct.
You have yourself a deal.
So she
Joni's gonna reach up and bite one of the gold pieces. Check if it's real. He's seen gold pieces before.
Oh, that's good. I like it.
he
He's not really a dog, but he acts like it.
you bite down on the gold piece and it is gold.
Okay. Yep. And I flip it back over to the pile.
When you flip it, you just see it rotate in the air in slow motion, but it landed a long time ago.
Perfect. I'm still sitting there staring. They picked it up, and I'm just waiting.
But the exchanges have been made. Sib takes the Will-O-Wisp and the Iron Flask and the Ballad of the Death Knight.
She says, I believe our business has concluded.
Thank you, Miss. You've been quite helpful. I'm glad that we could send our eyesore away so we can make business. Thank you.
I suggest you remove that one from your party.
Whatever must be done, yes. And I have my fingers crossed behind my back as I say that, and then I'll release it as I turn around to leave the building.
Very well. You may leave, unless you would like to partake in the stew.
No, I think we're good.
How does it smell?
It smells very salty.
Okay, I'll go up and grab a bite, and before I leave, I guess.
All right. So you make your way over to it, and she realizes where you're headed. And in the time it takes you to take about 2 steps, she's already retrieved a bowl, the one that you dropped on the ground, filled it full of this salty, kind of like not milky necessarily, but kind of murky stew. And it's a thick cream, and she puts a spoon in it and she hands it to you.
I put the spoon. Do I have pockets?
Yeah, you got some, little pouches.
Yeah, I
and
put the
things.
spoon in my pocket and I just dig my face into it.
All right, you just splash your face in and consume as best as you can with your sort of muzzle that you have.
Asbestos?
As best as you can.
Oh, okay.
I just stand in the door and wave. Say thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
I'm very
Alright.
interested in the stew, but can
Okay.
I perceive whether this is like a grandmotherly love type of stew making food thing?
Oh, there's
or...
a lot of care that went into this soup. While it doesn't look the most appealing, it smells heavenly.
Okay. Well, I finish my fill and I just leave the bowl on the floor. I just drop it, and I walk out.
She goes and picks it up, and she fills the bowl again, and she grabs another spoon, and she starts to sip on it.
All right.
All right. Yep.
If she's offering it,
Just gonna walk out.
All right, Ranger Steve walks out.
Did you
on my
want
way
some
out,
soup?
On my way out, I want to tell her, all right, if we see any law enforcement, I'll point them your way. Just walk out, really casually.
She just sort of it has a mouthful of soup, and she kind of spits it out. But she then looks at you, Tyrell, puzzlingly, is
Is he serious?
No, that's just a joke we like to say. How's the soup? And I ask her to take another sip.
It's good. I make it myself.
Tell me, I want to hear what this next. No, every batch tastes slightly different. Take another. I'd like to watch.
Why do you like watching me eat? Is this your thing?
Tyrell.
This is getting
Come
super
on.
weird.
It is
I
not.
don't know what's happening here.
What I'd like to see is how food is experienced from the facial expressions from lip to stomach. I love to see like how that affects you, if you wouldn't mind. I enjoy it.
She
Next
just
he's
sort of
gonna
looks at you. She says,
There's only one person I've ever met or came across that had a thing for what you're describing to me now. His name
Mhm.
was Guy Ferrari.
Yes, exactly who I was thinking.
He said to me something about eating off of a flip-flop, and I asked him to leave.
I won't ask you to do that. But...
Look, everybody has their thing, whether it be feet or food, and maybe a combination of the two, but it wasn't making me uncomfortable.
Okay, Guy Ferrari does not like feet.
Oh, so you know this man.
Oh, yes.
So,
Yes, I do.
So,
Quiver when you said that. Oh,
So my next question is, how's the soup?
there's more. Okay.
it's
So,
fine. Would you like a to-go bag?
If I may,
It's my
want-
world-famous turtle soup.
you know what? Yes, I will take a to-go bag.
Here you go.
so
Thank
she
you so much.
hands you this mysterious, clear, soft-looking bag. It's like water skins you've seen before, but this is like a clear, sort of soft, like, I don't know, smooth material. It's
Does
like
it
a
look like
bladder of an animal, but it's been rendered
Okay,
transparent.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I was gonna say, is it hiking friendly? Like
It
does
is. It is. It has like a little stopper in the hole, the nozzle, so
Okay.
you could drink it whenever. But the bag's warm.
I don't know. I don't know if I plan to have it myself, but
All right.
I'm gonna hold on to it.
It was nice doing business with you. Good luck on your travels.
Yes, you've been
Remember
good.
me in the future. Farewell.
She sort
I
of
don't know how long-
ushers you guys to the exterior of the door, and she sort of spots over in the distance Commissioner Cassius Credo, and she just sort of looks at him, and she looks at all of you, and then she doesn't even say anything. She just turns around and goes back inside.
Cool.
So,
I wanted to say to the guys before Josh couldn't actually have a minute to say anything, is that I don't think she's gonna make it that much further in the future. Go ahead, Josh. Tug.
well, I want my 1,725 gold. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
Did you do the math?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're getting the meteorite, so obviously me and Ranger get the gold. I mean, it seems about the only fair cut.
I'm okay with taking a lesser cut. I absolutely, but I have been without gold this entire, whatever you want to call this, quest, journey, tragedy probably is more like it.
But didn't you want the meteorite? I didn't want the meteorite.
100% understand.
Ranger, did you want the meteorite?
No, but I think he's gonna use it for something that's gonna help us all out. So I mean,
But-
he was in there doing the negotiations with me and stuff. He deserves some money out of it.
Past experiences don't really show that. So
No, 100% understand.
Well, I mean,
Ever
you
since
got the
early
owlbear
life-
egg, bud. You got the owlbear egg, so
no,
Yeah.
we
I thought,
Hey,
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 Ranger Steve,
you
how
guys.
much gold do I get?
we have the owlbear egg because Helm is telling us to have the owlbear egg.
yeah, but you got naming rights, and you're gonna take it over. And you made that pretty apparent. So
I could totally believe. I hear you. I also want to tell you that I fought for that Alberry's life, and
I brought you back from the dead twice.
You absolutely did. And again, why I'm not asking for an equal share of the gold because of the meteorite, and because I helped also make sure that Alberry's life is going to continue until it's born. I'm not asking for much. Just a fair share. Whatever the rest of the group decides, I think I can be okay with, as long as I can get a little bit of the gold.
Hey, Ranger Steve, what are we talking about here?
They're arguing over the soup they just tasted. What do you think?
Oh, that was pretty good turtle soup.
Yeah, I think Tug's pretty. The lobster over there is pretty upset he didn't get any, so they're kind of having a row about it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go up next to him and kind of try to puke up a little bit of soup on his foot so he can have some.
Is that on Tug or Tyrell?
Tug.
Okay, good.
All right, Tug. Joni has just walked over to you and stuck his finger down his throat or his muzzle and managed to vomit up a little bit of what looks like eaten soup. Amidst what also appears to be like bird bones and things.
I'm just going to reach out and pat him on the head and take a step back.
I thought you said he wanted some of the soup. Well, if he's not going to eat it, I will, and I'm going to eat what I just threw up again.
At this point, I'm just going to turn to Ranger Steve and just have an expression of like, what the fuck?
Just gonna shrug my shoulders, have like a shit-eating grin a little bit.
So, Joni, you finish lapping up in the dirt, which doesn't seem to bother you. The rest of your vomit soup bird bone meal.
So
it's not the first time I've eaten somebody's thrown up soup before, so or whatever else we had. That's how it works sometimes. Sometimes whatever you find in the dungeon doesn't go down well, but if it didn't go down well for somebody, it's probably going to go down well for you. You got to retry it.
So
tough life in that dungeon.
What's your feelings here?
I mean, I'm just assuming he's gonna use.
My
the
feelings are that we leave the forest.
Something to help us all out. So, I mean, if you're not willing to give anything your cut, I can give you 725 out of my 1725. What do you say? I'm talking to Tyrell now. Okay.
You guys want to get on the road?
Hello?
Can you guys hear me?
I can, yeah.
I can hear you.
Is Tyrell there?
I don't think he wants your money.
No, I would assume he just wants you guys to be fair. It sounds like you're just trying to Jew him out of a deal.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was for me. I was taking. Sorry, the controller of Tyrell was taking a leak in the other room. 725. I mean, I don't want to be unfair to you. Do you feel like that is okay for you to give up? Because I know you.
Sure, no. Like, okay. I've never had a whole lot of money. I don't need to have a whole lot of money.
Me either.
Tug's not gonna, jump off it. So
he's used to a lot more money. I understand.
Oh my gosh!
If
I recall, I have used my money to help. I've given you guys quite a bit of money. You act like I'm so sick.
Out of character bullshit. bull fucking shit. Billy used all his money to buy stuff for the group.
What? What do you mean? I gave you guys all the money to go to the magic. What else?
I didn't go there.
Joni doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I was playing. That was metagaming right there. That was a bullshit metagame from the graveyard.
No, I don't. Hey, buddy, I don't care. Keep your money. I ain't trying to like. Scoff at you or nothing. Just saying, you know.
You may be better investing. You know how to handle money better potentially because
Yeah.
you've had more. It's
If
probably
you want
makes
your
more
money, take your
a
money.
bigger share. That's fine with me. I am totally
Yeah.
okay with that.
All right, cool. Deal.
It's
1750 for Tug, 1,000 for Steve, and
Are you
720.
guys handing out gold? Do I get any gold? As
I
I
was
see them passing the money around.
I was
I'm gonna hold up my hands
first,
between,
I would
just
just-
between them.
It's awkwardly quiet.
No. You know, we'll buy you what you want. You know, stuff you need. You know, we'll take care of you, buddy. But you know, we kind of did a lot of this work to get this money, so.
All right, in anger, I'm gonna take out a stone and throw it back at Cassius Credo again.
Hey,
Oh,
you keep your little gremlin on a short leash, throwing stones at me. Yeah, he already slung one over the tree.
I started to take a kind of a liking to Joni here for doing that, and again because I'm not used to having much money, I hand him 50 gold pieces just because I think,
Hey,
you know what?
I saw that.
I'm gonna faint.
Joni faints.
All right, I'm just gonna pick him up and sling him on my shoulder. All right, Cass, we're ready to go.
All right.
Can I pick up Joni's 50 gold? Because it obviously
It was on the ground. He never got to pick it up.
Son of a bitch.
I pick up his 50 gold.
Tyrell,
you don't.
anybody? You try and stop him, or?
I will absolutely try to stop him. I'm mad at this point. That
Yeah,
was
you gonna
for-
hold on to that? All right. Thanks, Tug, for picking that up for him. We'll give it to him when he wakes up. Thanks.
Yeah.
He's never been offered anything like that before. Usually it was
Laser eyes. I have laser eyes on Tug until Joni has arisen from his slumber.
usually if somebody lost like a really long fingernail in the dungeon, that would go to whoever works the best that week. So
All right, Tyrell, throwing around money. You guys pick up Joni. It's clearly, very dark at this point. You're in the forest still, but you make your way down the path and you finally come out to another clearing. And this time you see to your right the field of rotting corpses full of ancient sort of armor and weapons. There's like a fog that's rolling over the valley. Not the valley, but the field of the dead. It's a real rancid, almost sweet corpse smell coming from the field. And you know that you just have to go down the trail, follow the edge of the trees until you no longer have the battlefield to your right, and you will be at Edgewood. You guys want to
What comes
continue
out
down the trail?
but Tony.
Yeah, no.
Out of the battlefield.
Riding a beautiful unicorn, clad in ancient armor, shining gold. Yeah, no. But yeah, you guys continue down the tree line. There's a wind that sort of whips through the battlefield, a whistling. You almost think you hear like the cries of a battle, the clashes of steel, but it's super faint and not something that you couldn't brush off as just, noise. But you guys can continue down the edge all the way to Edgewood. You can investigate a little bit. You can take a long rest before you get to the town. You can go to town. What do you want to do?
I'd say we just head on to town.
All right.
I want to go to town.
All right.
You know.
Do we
Spend
not-
some money.
do
You
we
just
not-
blow all your money instantly on booze.
Why don't we question this guy here with the girl? I mean, seriously, did anybody have any other concerns about this guy with the girl alone?
I mean, do your questions. We already asked him. He's gonna beat around him. So if you can think of any way to question him differently than we already have, then go for it. We're on a walk.
Yeah, go for it.
We tried already last time. I mean, he sidestepped everything, so that's what he does.
Hey, I'm a straight shooter. I don't beat around no bushes. But if you ain't got no questions for me, we're almost to Edgewood.
I want the little girl what her name is.
So she sort of looks up at you, and Commissioner Cassius Credo says,
It's all right. Tell the lobster man your name.
and she sort of looks back at Commissioner and then back at you, and she just sort of shakes her head like, no.
Well, all right,
She doesn't look like she's talking. It must be something about your ugly face that makes her not trust you.
Yeah, I get that sometimes. My own party's kind of that way.
Sounds like some real friends. But unless you got
So
any other
anyway,
pressing questions,
how would it hurt your monopoly as a, you know, a lumberer, whatever you guys do here, if you didn't need special weapons to cut the trees down?
it would hurt us very greatly.
I mean, what if we had information that these trees don't need special weapons anymore?
And why would they not need special weapons anymore?
I mean, that kind of information is going to cost something.
You just told me.
We said, what if? There's some talk in that forest. You obviously haven't been in there as far as we have.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll take my chances. What if? Okay, yeah. And if I believe you, who would believe you?
Well, you say, I mean, we might know some information and we could tell, you know, someone else outside of Lambrose, outside of Edgewood about
Are you threatening me?
and maybe not really a threaten, but, you know, maybe something to keep us quiet.
I mean, I do have a way of spreading quite the message if I wanted to.
I don't have to let yous in my town. When we get to Edgewood, I just tell them to close the gates on you.
Okay.
Whatever it is you're trying to do, it won't work. I'm not easily blackmailed.
Yeah, well, I'm not easily white-mailed. I don't know what you're trying to say.
Oh.
I'm confused. Is there a different kind of mail?
Oh, so now you're confused.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Blackmail means intimidating someone with information.
Now here, overly explaining, guys. Here he goes again.
Oh, this man.
Are you trying to mansplain to our friend here?
Do you think just because I got these beautifully, proportionally perky titties that I need mansplaining?
Again, Lobster Man, can you watch what you say in front of the child, okay?
It's the year of Helm, you know, things have changed.
Yeah,
yeah.
you think I don't know what season it is, okay?
We've seen things, man. We've seen things.
Oh, have you? So what do you want in return for you not spreading the word of whatever it is, this mumbo jumbo about the trees being able to be cut down by just your regular axe?
We want a cut of your profits.
And the girl.
Okay. Whoa, buddy. This
We
little
just need
girl
to
has
see-
a family, okay?
We just need to make sure the girl gets back home safe. We don't need to have the girl.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Choose your words more carefully next time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When Big Scary Lobster Man says, give us your little girl, it's kind of concerning.
If you keep calling me Lobster Man, I'm gonna have issues with you.
What's your name then?
Yeah,
Calm
no,
down,
no.
Lobster.
It's more about
Calm
the
down,
pronoun.
Lobster Man. It's fine.
It's the pronoun.
We want a percentage cut.
Lobster
you're doing
Lady?
here.
Is that better?
Really? Out of all people, you, Ranger.
Lobster Lady, is that better? That's what I'm asking.
Just say lobster. They are non.
Lobster it
They are
is.
non-binary. They're non-binary.
Lobster works for me. What kind of cut of these profits are we talking? Because we make a good chunk of change.
What's
Oh,
your
okay.
annual intake?
Yeah.
And how am I supposed to get you this income anyway?
We've got our ways.
Oh.
We've got our ways.
Do you? Okay. Well, I'd like to know your ways.
We'd like to know your cut, because right now, I'm thinking 80-20.
Whoa.
You're not getting over 1%.
I didn't say that out loud. What?
Well, I mean, your percent could become 0-0 if the word got out that anyone.
1% is very generous.
Well, if you think 1% is very generous, then tell us
Yeah.
what your annual intake is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I am not at liberty to discuss our finances as a town.
I would hate
You know that we sell a premium good that no one else can collect except us.
Well, that could easily change with the information we have. So
It would be
Look,
horrible.
you guys are not great at bartering here. You threaten me. That's fine. That's fine. That's fair game. I'll give you that. But I'm not gonna take the risk on your supposed knowledge that the forest is somehow changed. It hasn't changed in 2 days. That's not. Nah.
Guys, I mean, why are we even fooling around with this guy? I'll talk to my people.
no. Hey, hold on. So we're not too worried about you. You could get stabbed in the back tomorrow by your next guy down. We don't know that, but we're worried. What are the people of Edgewood gonna think when some different company comes here and starts, outbidding, outselling, outcutting everything you're doing,
We're different.
and then everybody in your town becomes
Built different.
they're all gonna turn on you and say, what the hell?
I don't believe you. The town of Edgewood, we're a tight-knit family.
All right,
We
we'll
don't
see that when
turn
they-
our
when they
backs
can't
on each
even-
other.
We'll see that when the town becomes poor and a new settlement.
I'm
built
sure
right next
you
door.
will see that because you're gonna stick around long enough to see that happen. Sure.
Oh, we don't even need to stick around. That's the kind of
Oh yeah, write me a
backing
letter.
we have.
Write me a letter.
Ranger, I mean, are we thinking the same? Are we thinking the same?
Yes, but we don't
What?
need to
You're
explain that
gonna
part
you're
yet.
gonna stab me in cold blood in front of a little girl?
No, see, you're putting words and opportunities are just not what we're about. here in
So
Orchard Biglow 2.
what were you speaking about?
We want 10%.
Yep.
As I said, you're not getting anything over 1%. I'm not agreeing to anything more than that.
There'll be a day. Your dying breath will be regret of not striking. this
Oh,
deal.
dying breath. So I was wrong when I said you were gonna stab me.
No, you're dying breath as an old man as you watch your entire town be taken over by a larger company.
I would gladly die that way than having yous guys pull one over on me.
It's so confused.
If you can tell us what 1% is annually, then we won't raise a stink.
Maybe. Don't tell him that for sure.
Annually. So in a year, what 1% makes is what you're asking me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up and hit that inhaler again.
Subscribe.
You hit that inhaler, and you could see there's probably, I don't know, 2 more good rips on the inhaler. And
I
as
turn my face away to make sure I don't get any of that secondhand.
as you hit the inhaler, you hear Commissioner Cassius Credo say the largest number you've ever heard, and it's partially due to the fact that he says it so slowly. But the rest of you hear Commissioner Cassius Credo tell you that 1% of what they bring in annually is 10,000 gold pieces.
I faint again.
Okay. Guys, go. Let's take the 1%. Let's go. Holy shit. Okay, it's fine. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as your little kobold friend clearly heard me say, you don't know shit.
All right. If you can give us
You are
10,000 up
small
front,
fishies in my pond.
we can give you 10,000 up front. We'll show you the information we have.
Okay.
And then-
10,000 up front. Now.
Listen. 10,000 up front, and then after that, it's 0.5%.
I'm good with that.
I see what you're doing.
I think that's fair.
It's almost a
And I'll
turn
show
of the
you-
year.
I'll show you what we have.
It's almost a turn of the year. So you're trying to get in, get 10,000 gold pieces for the year of Helm. And then when the year changes, we switch to another god. You want to switch, and I expect you want that 5% up front again.
Yes, 5%. Let's go. Yeah, let's do 5%.
0.5%.
That's I heard 5. He called 5.
I just grab his hand and shake it. 5%. Yes.
You reach for his hand, and he pulls it back.
0.5%. That's what I said.
It's still fine. It's still fine.
That's fine. Yes, absolutely.
So you want me, in the next 3 days, to give you 15,000 for information.
I mean,
No,
that
we don't
that's
need the
awesome.
15. You know, we'll
change. Yes, we need the 15.
let's do we're fine with doing the 10 now, but we can
It's
start the
one-
5%.
What do you guys even need all this dough for anyway?
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay. So while my people
What a great answer.
go starving,
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
my
Your
people go
go-
starving. Yeah.
Your people go starving. You said 1% is $10,000. So 10,000 times 100% is like 100,000.
No.
Hey, listen. Listen. The information we have will allow you to still capitalize on nobody knowing what we know about the forest now, and you to probably double, triple, quadruple your gains inside this
And
forest.
let me get this straight. I'm supposed to trust that the people who are blackmailing me aren't going to turn right around and share that information with Joe Schmo.
It won't. We would never share it with Joe Smo.
Oh.
We'll sign an NDA. It's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something tells me I shouldn't trust you. Just a sneaking suspicion.
Just tell me what you
Well,
think it is. We'll
If
let's
you agree to this,
do all that. We
we
need to
sign
be
off.
good partners.
I'll show you why you need to believe us.
You guys got real chatty all of a sudden when I started throwing out numbers.
5%. Yeah, you'd get real chatty too when someone throws out 5%.
Yeah, at your 1%, we're all right. Let's make sure
So
we're partners.
Let's finish our walk to Edgewood. I'll think about it, and we'll go from there.
So for good graces, we won't take 15 up front. We'll take the 10, the 1% up front, and then in a couple months we'll have one of our associates, and I'm gonna shrug my shoulders. And you'll come around for the 5%, but we promise you it'll be 2 months from now.
Like I said,
Just
let me think
see
about
how
it.
things are going.
Let me muddle it over. Talk with my guys, and we'll see. I may be the commissioner, but I got a lot of people that are answering to me and stuff, and I gotta run it past them. So
You got to run it past the people that are answering to you. That sure doesn't sound like a commissioner to me.
I am a gracious leader. I talk to my people, and I see what they need. If I was just all willy-nilly with the dough, they obviously wouldn't trust me to be their commissioner.
My people are looking like they need axes.
I don't know. It sounds like a good investment to me, guys. I don't know. This sounds like a good guy.
Looking
I mean,
like they
good
need
leader.
axes.
good guy, man.
Accents, like accents, you know? Like, they don't speak well.
I don't know what the hell he's trying to say, but
I don't either.
we're here to help your town out. We don't want to ruin your town.
Oh,
and on
it
top of
sounds
that-
very much like that.
We've got greater things in the distance that that money could go a long way to help us to help the entire land. So
Oh,
We're actually here to help the entire land.
oh, it sounds like you are in it to be heroes, not for yourselves. You are right.
Your small donation could go towards helping all of these.
Whoa, hold up. Is this some sort of religious cult thing? Am I donating to this lobsters? What? Cult?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
no, he kind of just tripped over a bad spell, and that's kind of what happened. So
Because I'd consider it for what we discussed, but if I'm assisting in establishing his religion in Morningstar, you can forget it.
no, that's not what we're trying to do here.
We're trying to keep your town financially secure by no one knowing what we know.
This if I accept it, it'll be one of the worst deals I ever made. But I don't know.
If you
I don't know.
If you don't accept, trust me, it'll slide real fast.
Great. I respond real well to threats. Let's go to Edgewood. I'll think it over. Before you leave, you come back to me, you ask me again. Maybe I change my mind.
You take everything as a threat when we're just trying to have an open, honest conversation with you. Wouldn't your town still continue to thrive without the competition? It'd be horrible if competition moved in.
I think we could handle our own, but you propose interesting ideas. I don't know if you hear the words coming out of your mouths sometimes. That's all I'm saying. Because most of the time they sound like threats.
Sometimes it sounds like I'm underwater, and I don't know why.
You don't know why?
I honestly, it might be worth it just to get rid of yous. Whatever the case, we'll go to Edgewood, give it a couple days, or whenever you leave, come back to me. You know where I'm at. Ask me again. I'll give you an answer.
We've got one night. We're leaving in the morning with the information, or with the gold.
I'll be awake. Oh, or with it sounds like an ultimatum.
It's just the terms of the contract.
Not a
There's
threat.
pressing
Not a
things.
threat.
There's-
Again, not a threat. I got it.
Not-
Yep. Oop,
no.
yup.
There's
Hey,
things we need
no,
to move on to.
no need to discuss further. Understand where you're coming from. I know the deal.
All right. Appreciate you understanding. Let's go.
He's a skeptic. Let me tell you. You just try to make the terms like up front and not seem like you're. things, and people get all mad.
Yeah, dude, it's like you expect blackmailing someone to just be like, "Oh yeah, this is a great deal." I don't know.
Just
It's
Just
a great
imagine-
deal. If that's only 1%, hell yeah, bro. Like that's nothing.
I
All
can't
right.
wait till this group makes it to the new world.
Yeah.
Listen, 1% is a lot better than no percent.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. So, I mean,
Well,
For him.
Oh, trust
I'm
me, guys.
talking.
Billy
Yeah.
would have been on board with this. Billy would have loved and have supported you guys 100% and thought that you guys were soft at this point. Negotiations were very soft in Billy's eyes.
I'm talking about for his benefit. Like, he's a lot better giving up 1% than he is giving up 100%.
And that's what
Absolutely.
Billy would have said.
I think we made that apparent to him, but you know, he's a skeptic. He's trying to look out for his.
I'm just happy I rubbed off on you guys.
So you guys come to the gates of Edgewood. It is late in the night. You
Or is it
know,
early morning?
no, it's still late in the night. It's still dark. You know for a fact that Edgewood closes their doors at night. They do not open it for anyone, anything. You see the guards sort of peer out as the drift globe of Ranger Steve is sort of emitting that blue pale light. In the light of the drift globe, Commissioner Cassius Credo steps forward and says, "Hey, it's us. I know you can't trust anything outside the wall after night, but you know I was out. Here I am. Found some of the travelers that came through the other day, and if you'd make an exception for us to come in, that'd be wonderful." And the guards from up in the tower seem to respond, and they just shout back, "No can do. You have to wait till the morning." Commissioner Cassius Credo says, "Well, you heard the..."
All right, cool. We'll hang out here then until the morning.
All right. I'm gonna post up and take a little nappy poo. So he kind of leans up against the wall of the city and takes a rest.
Is there like any bodies of water around?
There are not. You know that there's a well inside the town, but nothing outside.
Joni's gonna wake up, post up against the wall, and take another hit.
You post up this time, bracing yourself. You take another rip of the inhaler, and this time with you on the floor when you took the hit, you feel like the heartbeat of the earth as it like thumps into your chest and through your
Perfect.
body.
Right?
Joni's never done drugs before.
I think we might need to like take that away from him.
He's passed out 100%. So
He can stop whenever he wants. But this is pretty much where we're going to wrap up the session tonight.
Could I like dig a hole and cast create water and stick my head in it? I'm joking. I guess I'll rest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rest. I'm gonna keep an eye out.
Sure. I'm not saying you can't do that in the future, but maybe not this session.
Yeah.
And don't do it around Cassius Credo. So
Yeah, you could do it wherever you want, but yeah, it might not instill the most confidence in Cassie's Credo if you're, maybe that's just your way that you sleep. He doesn't have to know you're communicating with your people.
Well, that's what I was about to say. He wouldn't have any idea if I just like pulled my head out and was like, "Oh, man, I feel rest."
But he's already pretty skeptical of us, and you're a lobster. So I would say let's keep it less weird as we can.
Too late. But no, yeah, that's pretty much it for tonight. You guys are just outside Edgewood. You've pretty well removed yourself from the Lambrose Forest, so that's gotta feel pretty good, I imagine.
this is the best day Joni's had in a long, long time.
He's tuckered out. Look at that little guy.
He's exchanged more gold than he's ever had in his claws, and
Yeah.
found this
He's
wonderful inhaler.
He's
yeah.
never. I mean, he's seen a lot of gold before, but no one ever offered it to him. He knew it wasn't his.
Yeah.
He's made and lost more gold than he ever has in his entire life today.
That's enough to make you faint.
and
then he got
gained
to
a
try
title.
drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all of a sudden important and had a stare off with another captain. It was fantastic. And then normal, just eating puke food. That happens every day. So
He's getting that money back because I'm excited to see what someone who has no idea what the world looks like is going to spend 50 gold pieces on.
We need to take him to the bar.
how much is a T-shirt? Pieces. Okay.
There's Lambrose Forest on it.
I entered Lambrose Forest and survived.
I survived Lambrose Forest.
You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it. Who knows that?
I'm pretty sure that is from. It's from Alice in Wonderland.
No. It's,
Yeah.
it's definitely not Alice
Frozen.
in Wonderland.
Frozen.
Yes, that's from Frozen.
Okay.
So no one knows it.
It's from Frozen, Josh. Did you not watch that?
From Frozen.
You're gonna have to watch that movie when you have your daughter. She's gonna love that movie.
Yeah, she's gonna love it.
Oh my gosh, guys! I was in Menards today, and this is so sad, but this totally happened to me. There was this guy, and he was there, and he had 2 daughters with him, and he was loading up a bunch of lumber, and they were like young, they were little girls, and they were like helping it. He had like 4 or 5 pieces of lumber, and they each had like 1.
No,
And
Mr. Moneybags.
And they're like, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
He's a big spender. But anyways, and in my head I was like, damn, he was hoping that second one was a boy. And then all of a sudden I realized, damn, that's going to be me one day. I'm going to be at the hardware store with my daughters loading.
And just regret that she exists.
No, that's not where my head went. It's just that it's just so funny because you totally know he was hoping for a boy. Like,
I wish you would have walked up to him and been like, "Hey, man, I just want you to know, I feel your pain. I know you didn't want 2 little girls, but this is what you were dealt. I just want you to know that it's gonna be all right. That I'm here for you, and if you need to
Josh
reach
got
out."
hit in the face with a lumber.
like I'm gonna start a group. Yeah.
Wow.
Please don't start that group. That will
Yeah.
not be good for the
Not
future.
gonna go over well.
Well,
Should I
just so
start-
you guys
Hey.
know, you guys made Billy proud tonight.
Hey.
Not in the bartering. The bartering, Billy would have done so many more things, but in the the part with Cassius Credo, Billy approved 100%.
I personally just love that you guys like last session talked a big game, like, yeah, let's go kill that bitch, and then you guys walk in the door and like, oh, so bartering, yeah.
How
Talking about like tossing salad. Hey,
it was like, barter. How do barter? We know social skill.
Yeah, we stab with pointy thing in your bleedy place and take what we want. Yes, that's what I expected.
hey, we're changing.
Yes.
Okay? Changing. We
I
met
was so
Karen.
confused.
Karen
I was
really
like, what are we doing?
we don't want Karen's like really shitty stepsister or something to come after us down the line, talking about all the crappy things we did. So we're gonna.
Oh. Wow.
Well, I didn't. I just was like, I just had to leave. I had to go outside because I couldn't comprehend what was happening. Right.
Because you couldn't have manners. That's why you had to go outside.
No, I just tried to bring everyone back to what we agreed on, and no one wanted to go that route anymore. So I had to remove myself because.
And look at that. Now you got $1,750. You never know. We could have done something so shitty to that place that all the gold would have melted or something, and we'd have been nothing. Or it could have set off like detonation. We all would have died. Or she could have been really, really strong, and we didn't know, and she just would have like totally killed us or like trapped us.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that we may attacking her in like now that we've seen how much gold and things that she had, which was literally the anything that we possibly could need. Um, I have a strong feeling that attacking her would not have been a good idea.
Yeah, no. We tend to poke things with sharp sticks, and it doesn't work out that great. So
You never know. It could have
No.
just been an old lady, in fact, and
I'm surprised that you guys did not try to sell that stupid sword, the talkback sword.
Yeah.
I thought about that.
Oh,
The whole
no,
time,
I'm
but I
holding on
wasn't
to
gonna
that
bring it
baby.
up, so-
I was
I'm
gonna
holding on to
I
it.
was gonna bring this up because you brought it out in battle with the Kieran,
It never picked it back up.
and you had it fly out of your hand, and I'm just gonna use this as a learning experience. I'm not gonna like be that big of a jerk about it.
yeah, it's funny you said that because I almost said when it happened that I was gonna pick it up, but that's when
Right.
we went into that big conversation with Karen, and so yeah,
It's fine. In
but I-
the future,
I totally,
yeah,
I totally thought that.
yeah. In
I was like,
the
"He's gonna do it."
future,
Yeah.
be very specific that you pick that up, because especially in the midst of battle, and if you guys were just to run away essentially, and that's kind of where I landed on that, was if you had fled, I was gonna say that you left it behind, but since you stayed there and conversed, I just assumed that you would have picked up the weapon again. So in the future, if you guys, and I won't always catch that stuff, but there are instances, especially with specific items, I will be looking for opportunities for you
Yeah,
guys to
yeah,
be
yeah.
careless. So
Yep, I did that as like a personal learning experience as it happened, because I was like, oh, I need to make sure I say that, and then I didn't, and I was like, okay, in the future, I need to make sure I always do that.
and like I said, I won't always catch that, but I don't want to be unfair, so I'm saying this not just to Cameron, but to all of you. Be wary of that stuff. So
Yeah. Like if you drop 50 gold and don't pick it up.
yeah.
Hey, sometimes you faint.
But again,
you've
that was
never
Tug
seen that
being
much money in
Tug.
your
As
life.
soon as it hit the ground, he was
Oh
crawling
yeah,
on
well,
his hands.
and I usually don't have to worry about it. You guys are loot goblins, so the moment anything, suddenly then it's like a fight to the death, or an arm wrestle over everything. But
I don't know what you're talking about. I waited and no one said anything about it. I finally just said,
Do you want to reel the tape back? Because it was probably less than 10 seconds. He literally said he fainted, and you're like, I'm gonna pick that gold up.
yeah,
I gave
It's
it.
like
was
Joni.
instant.
It's like Joni just got a bonus check for some good
I don't-
work, and he fainted because he saw his Christmas bonus, and he thought, "I'm gonna go cash this. See ya."
I don't know what you mean. I gave you 10 seconds. That's an eternity.
Huh?
10 seconds
You
is
didn't even give us the opportunity to wake him up or anything. What's to say that as I'm picking him up or anything, I wouldn't have been like, can you make sure you pick up his coins?
you had picked him up and
Oh
put
my
No, I
God.
hadn't.
Oh my God! Stop! It's okay. I get it. It's
All
fine.
right.
Everybody
Hey,
ended up with their gold.
Christian, you want to jump into the other server?
Yeah, that works. I have to talk
Okay,
to.
if you got time.
Yeah. I had to talk to Kobe about his next character, so we're gonna go chat and iron some of those details out. But
Later, dudes.
I'll see you guys laters. Thank you for playing. I will end the stream. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.